2 months after the craziest trade in NBA history sent Luka Doncic to Los Angeles, he's finally settled in, and now he's putting up numbers we haven't seen since prime Lakers LeBron. Austin Reaves, now locked in as the Lakers' third option, is quietly making a case as one of the best supporting stars in the league. And with LeBron still producing at an elite level, this team suddenly feels dangerous.
Now it's Anunoby on Doncic. The switch again. Doncic over Towns. Oh, my!
Night after night, Luka and Reaves are picking apart defenses with a level of control that feels almost unfair. And if this continues into the postseason, we might be looking at one of the most unpredictable problems the league has seen in years. So today, let's break down exactly how this duo is becoming a serious problem for the rest of the NBA. Ever since Luka Doncic made his blockbuster move to LA in February, he's been on an absolute tear. In just 23 games wearing the purple and gold, Luka has put up 26.8 points, 8.4 rebounds, and 7.9 assists per night, along with 1.7 steals. His shooting splits, 41.2% from the field and 35.1% from deep, while not eye-popping is more than enough when paired with his all-around brilliance. But the smaller the sample size gets, the better the numbers. In March, he took it to another level. Luka averaged 30.1 points, 8.4 rebounds, and 8.6 assists, while knocking down 4.3 threes per game at 40.5%. The efficiency, the volume, the all-around control, it all hit a new gear. That month also locked him into Laker history. He became the youngest player since Kobe in 2003 to average over 30 points in a single month. A serious milestone. Over his last 10 games, Luka's been even more dominant. He's put up 30.4 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 7.8 assists. He's dissecting defenses, knocking down step backs, and getting teammates easy looks. Everything looks in rhythm, and everything flows through him.
93-88. Doncic, James, again, yes!
And just when it seemed like he couldn't add anything more, he rewrote the record books. Luka knocked down 64 threes in March, the most ever by a Laker in a single month. Not a hot hand, not a fluke, just consistent high-volume shot making at a historic level. In a matter of weeks, he's gone from the new face in town to the engine of the entire offense. The numbers, the milestones, the way he's already shifting the identity of the team, it's all pointing towards something big taking shape in LA. But it's not just about the numbers. Luka's presence has completely reshaped how the Lakers play basketball. Before the season started, JJ Redick laid out a vision, an offense that spaced the floor, shot more threes, and played with pace. That version of the Lakers never really showed up in the first half. They ranked near the bottom of the league in three-point attempts, and the spacing looked clunky at best. Then Luka showed up and everything changed. Since his arrival, the Lakers have quietly turned into one of the better three-point shooting teams in the league. Not because they suddenly got a roster full of snipers, but because Luka makes life so much easier for everyone around him. Defenses have no choice. When one of the best pick-and-roll operator in the league comes off a screen, most teams send 2 defenders, sometimes more. And the moment they do, Luka picks them apart every single time. He'll hit the roller, he'll find the weak side cutter, he'll swing it to the corner for a wide open 3. If nothing's there, he'll just cook his defender in isolation. He controls every possession like he's got the game on a string. It's become a classic pick-your-poison scenario. Stay home on shooters, and Luka scores.
He and Zubac are chirping at each other. Luka!
Collapse the paint, and he turns into a passing clinic. Either way, the defense loses. And while his playmaking has opened everything up, Luka's still a scorer at heart. He can get cold, sure, but his range and ability to heat up instantly are always lurking. That step-back 3 is still a cheat code. And with every game, he looks more like the version of Luka that had Dallas on his back for years. But while Luka's been lighting it up, Austin Reaves has quietly been right there with him, playing the best basketball of his career. Reaves has always had that underdog energy. Went undrafted, signed a 2-way deal, and then earned a full contract in less than 2 months. That alone made him a fan favorite in LA. For years, Lakers fans swore this guy had all-star potential. Most people laughed it off. Not anymore. This season, Reaves has taken a massive leap. He's averaging career highs across the board: 20.1 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.8 assists on 45.6% from the field and nearly 37% from three. Those are legit numbers, and he's doing it while sharing the floor with other stars. But when LeBron sat out, Reaves stepped up even more. In March, he averaged 23.3 points, 5.5 boards, and 5.4 assists, including 4 30-point games. No LeBron, no problem. Reaves didn't just hold it down, he carried a bulk of the load. In games without LeBron this season, Reaves is averaging 28.4 points, 8.7 assists, and 6.7 rebounds. That's not just stepping up, that's thriving. And it's not some fluky hot streak either.
He's covered. Reaves has it. 5 seconds to go. Reaves on the drive. Inside layup. He banks it in!
He's been consistent. Over his last 10 games, he's putting up 25.1 points, 5.1 assists, and 5 rebounds a night. Efficient, reliable, versatile. Everything you want in a secondary star and more. Reaves is doing it all, knocking down shots off the catch, creating off the dribble, running the offense when needed. Whether he's playing next to stars or running solo minutes, he's found a rhythm that's unlocking a new level and showing us a glimpse into what the Lakers might look like after LeBron. Put LeBron, Luka, and Reaves together, and you've got a three-headed offensive nightmare. LeBron remains one of the greatest to ever play the game, and Luka is firmly in the conversation for a top 5 player in the league. Reaves, meanwhile, has become perhaps the best third scoring option in the NBA. He can score from anywhere on the floor, making him a perfect complement to these two stars.
And he lost it again. LeBron filling the lane!
Early doubts about their fit alongside have been completely erased. Since the All-Star break, Reaves has made more baskets off Luka's assists than any other Laker, proving his ability to thrive in off-ball situations. It's not just Luka and Reaves, though. It is the entire offense that flows better with this trio. And if anything at all says so, their recent 134-127 win over the Grizzlies was a perfect example of how dangerous this trio can be when they're locked in. LeBron finished with 25 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, and 1 block. Reaves led the team with 31 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. Luka added 29 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, and 2 steals. And they made NBA history in the process, becoming the first trio ever to record at least 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 made threes in the same game. This trio has been nothing short of dominant. LeBron and Luka have both hit 20-plus points in 7 games together. Luka and Reaves have combined for 20-plus points in 9 games. The production is relentless, and it's clear this trio is shaping up to be one of the toughest to stop in the entire league. Before Luka's arrival, the James Anthony Davis-Reaves 3-man game was the heartbeat of the Lakers' offense. It was a combination built on chemistry, trust, and repetition, and for years, it was their go-to. But then came Luka, and his presence didn't just shake up the rotation, it flipped the entire offensive hierarchy.
Hit a tough one. Doncic, wow, behind the head. Reaves wide open.
Now the Lakers have a trio of elite minds on the floor at once. Luka, LeBron, and Reaves. 3 players with sky-high basketball IQs who perfectly complement each other. Luka is the centerpiece and the engine that drives it all. His mix of size, vision, playmaking, and scoring makes him the Lakers' best player, not just by the numbers, but by how he controls the game. The crazy part? It's all working seamlessly. LeBron, for the first time in his career, has slid into a secondary role. He's still elite, still capable of taking over a game, but now he's able to conserve energy, punish mismatches, and dominate when it suits him. Speaking about what makes Luka such a perfect teammate, LeBron put it simply. With Luka, his vision and his ability to make the game easier for others is something I've always appreciated. Luka doesn't just see the game in a way that makes his own play easier, but he makes everyone around him better. Then there's Austin Reaves. His growth since Luka's arrival has been nothing short of insane. Reaves has blossomed into a legitimate 3-level scorer and facilitator. Since the trade, he's averaging 22.3 points, 5.7 assists, 5 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game. From being a nice surprise, he's now a most improved player contender. What makes this trio special isn't just their individual skill, it's how they mesh. Luka's gravity unlocks cuts and spacing. Reaves thrives off ball and in secondary actions.
Right back to Reaves. Down the middle he goes, throwing a counterfeit goes. Go ahead
And LeBron? He's the Swiss Army knife, setting screens, posting up, connecting the offense, and playing the transition game when it's needed. People initially thought having three ball-dominant players in the same lineup would cause problems. Instead, they've found rhythm through unselfishness. Their focus is team first, and that's what makes it work. This isn't just a new big three, it's a smarter big three, one that can beat you in 100 different ways. Right now, there may be no better offensive trio in the league. Speaking of which, Austin Reaves has been nothing short of a revelation for the Lakers ever since he stepped onto the scene. From undrafted to one of the league's best third options, his rise has been steady and impressive. Since the All-Star break, Reaves has been averaging 22.3 points, 5.0 assists, and 4.7 rebounds on an efficient 47% from the field and 38.3% from three. With his numbers and impact, it's clear he's not just a role player. He's a legitimate force in the Lakers' offense. Reaves has shown time and again that when given a bigger role, he can step up and deliver. He proved this most recently in LeBron James's absence, stepping into the void and carrying the load. In games without LeBron, Reaves has averaged 28.4 points, 8.7 assists, and 6.7 rebounds, numbers that not only confirm he can be a second option, but show that he's one of the best third options in the league when LeBron is healthy.
On the trip, including a big road win in New York. LeBron James!
And yes, the arrival of Luka Doncic meant Reaves had to adjust to a more off-ball role, but he's made that transition seamlessly. LeBron even commented on it, saying his ability to play off the ball, move without it, and just read the defense has been huge. I can play off of him just as much as he plays off me. We have a natural connection that makes the game easier for both of us. Now, when you look at the third options around the league, whether it's Boston's trio of Holiday, White, and Porzingis, Cleveland's Mobley and Garland, the Knicks' Mikal Bridges, the Thunder's Chet Holmgren, the Clippers' Norman Powell, Miles Turner, Desmond Bane, MPJ, or Bradley Beal, it's clear that Reaves is one of the better third options in the league right now. His stats and the way he fits into the Lakers system make him a more dynamic piece than many of those players, proving his worth as a top-tier third option. In fact, in terms of numbers, the only player who comes close to Austin Reaves as a third option is Clippers' Norman Powell, who is having an all-star type season with the Los Angeles Clippers. Powell, at 31 years old, is putting up career-high numbers: 22.3 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per game, while shooting 48.9% from the field, 42.3% from three, and 82.4% from the free throw line. Reaves, meanwhile, is averaging 20.1 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.8 assists per game for the Lakers. Powell has the slight edge in scoring, but Reaves offers more in terms of playmaking and overall impact, which is crucial for a Lakers team that already has big scorers like Luka Doncic and LeBron James. What sets Reaves apart from Powell is the context of their respective teams. The Lakers have a clear hierarchy with LeBron and Luka as the two primary stars, and Reaves fits perfectly as the complementary piece. On the other hand, Powell has often been asked to step into a larger role for the Clippers, especially when Kawhi Leonard and James Harden are unavailable. Regardless of where Reaves ranks among the third scoring options in the league, it's scary to think how much more dangerous the Lakers will be once they fully build chemistry with Luka.
George is going to be in the Rising Stars Challenge. Luka counterfeit goes! Go ahead.
Even Luka himself acknowledged Reaves' recent performances, especially when he scored at least 28 points in 4 consecutive games, 2 of them being 30-point outings, saying, "This guy just scored 30 points in his 4th game in 5 days. That explains everything. He's an amazing player." For him to go undrafted is unbelievable. It's not easy to go undrafted and then play at this level. It's amazing just to be by his side. But for all the offensive brilliance of Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves, there are still reasons to doubt the Los Angeles Lakers' true championship potential this season. The concerns largely stem from their defense. While Doncic's playmaking and Reaves' versatility have transformed the Lakers into a high-powered offensive machine, their defensive consistency remains a question mark. And as great as Doncic and Reaves are on offense, the Lakers will need to lock down defensively if they want to secure a championship. Now, when you swap out Anthony Davis, one of the best rim protectors and interior anchors in the league, for a player like Luka Doncic, who let's just say doesn't have a defensive reputation, you're going to feel it. And when you pair Luka with Austin Reaves and a 39-year-old LeBron, you've basically got a trio that teams circle in red ink when they're looking to exploit matchups. But here's the surprising part, it hasn't been a disaster. Before the trade deadline, the Lakers were sitting at 18th in defensive rating. Not great, not terrible. Since then, they've actually improved, ranking 12th in the league. And for a 15-game stretch,
However, Jared Vanderbilt having nothing to do with that, forcing the ball off the hard.
they were the best defense in the NBA. So how is that even possible? Well, a few things are working in their favor. First, effort. LeBron, Luka, and Reaves might not be the most athletic defenders, but they've been locked in more consistently since the trade. Luka's not magically turning into Drew Holiday anytime soon, but he's shown better awareness of team schemes, and Reaves is also putting in a lot of effort. But make no mistake, the flaws are still there. Both Luka and Reaves struggle with lateral quickness. If you put them in space, force them to rotate, or make quick decisions off the ball, cracks start to show. The positioning might be decent, but the recovery speed just isn't there. And the effort, while better, can still be inconsistent over a full game. When teams start pulling Luka or Reaves into switches against shifty guards, things get uncomfortable. Suddenly, everyone's scrambling, the help defense is late, and the paint is wide open. And come playoff time, you better believe opposing coaches will have those matchups circled in bold red. They're going to isolate, they're going to run pick and rolls until someone breaks, and they're going to test just how much this Lakers defense can handle under pressure. Nonetheless, JJ Redick knows the limitations, but he also knows this isn't about turning Luka or Reaves into elite defenders overnight. It's about managing the game, making subtle adjustments. Maybe that means switching up coverages, mixing in some zone looks, or tightening up their rotations. Maybe it's about when certain players are on the floor, who they're guarding, and how the team helps behind them. Nothing drastic, just little tweaks that keep the dam from breaking. It's not a lockdown defense. It's not supposed to be. But if they can keep buying in, keep communicating, and keep executing just well enough, it might not have to be. And come playoff time, that might be all they need, especially when the offense is firing like it should. When you've got Luka orchestrating, LeBron picking his moments, and Reaves thriving in the gaps, you don't need to be elite on both ends. You just need enough stops to let your offense carry the weight. All in all, the Lakers have one of the most dangerous offensive lineups in the entire NBA.
He's been up and down as far as his offense is concerned. Defense has really been good. Doncic!
With three great scorers who can take over at any moment, there's plenty of reason for optimism. And it all starts with the man wearing number 77. Luka Doncic is an all-encompassing offensive talent, able to bend defenses like almost no one else can. And while Luka's regular season performance is impressive, Lakers fans are about to see just how much better he can get in the playoffs. In his 4 postseason runs with the Dallas Mavericks, Luka's scoring average has gone up 3 times. The only exception was last season when he played 22 games and led the Mavs to the NBA Finals. Even while battling injuries like a right knee sprain and left ankle soreness, Luka's ability to carry his team offensively has been nothing short of unstoppable. That's why when the trade went down in early February, every Lakers fan rejoiced. With Luka on the roster, the Lakers have a legitimate shot at a championship. Add in LeBron James, one of the most successful players in NBA history, and a third option in Austin Reaves, who can easily step up and drop 25 points on any given night, and you have a championship formula that could challenge the West's top teams. When everything clicks, opposing defenses won't stand a chance. Luka Doncic has always been inevitable, and he's just getting started. As he continues to elevate his game, the NBA will only have more to fear. Meanwhile, Austin Reaves is on the rise, making a name for himself as one of the league's most reliable third options. With both of them in the mix, the NBA has a serious problem on its hands. Is Austin Reaves really the best third option in the league? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth NBA breakdowns.